First Alert Weather, this is WKYT News.
Live at 11:31 on the 9th day of January 2024. We have a big mess already in place here in Kentucky. Rounds of rain have been just pounding us. We are going to continue to see that for a little while longer, but it will make a transition over to snow. And yes, there is a shot at some accumulation out of this. This first go around, I'm not too concerned about big snow, but slick spots, yes. That does concern me a little bit going into Wednesday morning.
With First Alert Weather, this is WKYT News.
We still see the 40s and 50s even with our temperatures, and you can see on First Alert Radar Network all of that yellow and those reds and those oranges indicating some heavier rain, a good swath of that. But it becomes broken out to our west. Notice how there's a gap between Fort Knox and close to Owensboro. So out there to our west, you can see that happening. And then you do the same thing out around Paducah as well. Let's expand the view, and you can see it a little bit better what I'm talking about. There's the low, there's the storm system, and then you see that it's becoming more ragged. You've got a couple of different areas there. So that's what's going to likely blow through later, and it's going to be a little more scattered. I think it looks better than what it does there. The coverage might be a little more exposed, but that's what we're looking at. By the way, down to the south on this, tornado watch has been issued, tornado warnings have been issued. You get to the north side of this, you find winter storm warnings. So you go from one extreme to the other. That's the true markings of a big system like this. The active advisories that we have out for us here in Kentucky, you've got a wind advisory, and you see it's covering a lot of states. You even find high wind warnings embedded within some of this. Then you've got the tornado watch I was talking about down there in Georgia and Florida. Around here, it's all about the wind. The winter storm is to our north. Let's get a little closer so you can see the counties. And it's everybody except a little small chunk in northeastern parts of Kentucky not included in on this. Read that right there. Sustained winds, 15 to 25 miles per hour, wind gusts 40 to 50. So far, the most impressive one I've seen pushes in the 30s, close to 40, maybe even 40 plus by this point that we've had out there. So wind gusts are starting to whip a little bit. Let's look at the current ones right now. They've backed off a little bit, but the intensity could grow. We could see some of those get back in that 40, 50 mile per hour range. You've got 20 plus so far showing up right now in southeastern and eastern portions of Kentucky. Wind gust forecast, you can see those numbers increase again as that low continues to work its magic on the region, that storm system. So we could go 40 plus again. By this point at 9 o'clock tonight, we're also watching those temperatures drop. So you've got high wind gusts, colder temperatures, and snow blowing around at that point too. And that's going to make it miserable out there for you. Not as bad as it gets though, perhaps into the forecast. Still tracking those winds through the early morning hours. They weaken some later in the day on your Wednesday. All right, let's lock in and look at this. This is storm system number 1. All right, you've got the wind, you've got the rain. This is 5 o'clock today. You can even see some mixing trying to happen across parts of Kentucky. Now, at no point will the wall of water look like it has out there today. It's going to be more of a scattered chance. The snow showers, the same way. They'll be scattered around the region. You see that making its way through the area, giving you a shot of an extended period of some snow. That is this system that we're currently dealing with out there right now. As far as snowfall totals, I wrote this, if you read the description, light accumulations. I think a coating to an inch is a good possibility out of this. There will be maybe some slick areas as we travel too. Bridges, overpasses, areas that get colder a lot quicker. They don't have the insulation, so they will chill and you get some icy areas of concern. So I think the GFS is right on track with this midweek snow. All right, I'm looking at the long-range snow chances, and notice how we pop it up a little bit there for Wednesday. That's for the event I just talked about. But then late Friday night going into Saturday, a system that almost looks identical to this one with wind and rain and snow will blow through. I think this time we can see blizzard warnings to our north. Not in Kentucky, but maybe into Ohio, Michigan, around Illinois. There's certainly a chance. The wind is going to be that intense because you've got to have low visibility, you've got to have high winds. It's not the snow amount for a blizzard, it's all of those other elements. But notice that Sunday, Monday chance. We've got that highlighted as well. That one right there might be a little more impressive. Let's look. All right, this is the next storm system. This isn't the one I just showed you that's here now. See how it looks very similar? This has a deeper track going into Kentucky a little bit better. So you see the snow wrapping all the way down into Mississippi, perhaps. Yeah, into northern Mississippi, northern Alabama. And then you get the high winds and rain around here. Well, that will turn to snow, just like this one, early going into Saturday. Some light accumulations possible at that time as well. So this one will move out. Watch another system start approaching from our south and our southwest. That one gives us another good swath of snow. That's late in the day on Sunday, going into Monday, and it's still around into Monday afternoon, Monday evening. That one has all kinds of snow potential. Now, before you start reading some of these things you see online, that people just sharing models willy-nilly with the numbers and all that, a lot can change between now and then. Just like with this past weekend system, we started adjusting that forecasting. Okay, it's going to be more of a rain event, and we continue to spread that with a shot of some snow. This can change too. So I know that people are already going out there and they're already sharing that stuff, so just be very, as I always say, be careful with what you read and what you convey to other people, because again, it could be misleading. The indicators are there that could be a big one, okay? That is certainly a shot. The one before it has potential to also put down some snow. Not a lot like that one, but some. So we still have a lot of evaluating. We're going to get through this system, the one that's out there right now. Once we get through that, we can focus a lot more on the second one to see how it goes, and then crank out some snowfall total maps. But again, a lot has to happen. There's also indicators that it's going to be bitterly cold into next week as well. You got to have some snow on the ground. You got to have snow in a lot of places. You got to have some snow in Canada. You got to have some snow through the northern plains for this cold air to work out for us. So we got to get a lot of that out there as well, and certainly could happen. So, that being said, let's keep it right here with WKYT the rest of the week, into the weekend, and of course next week, and we will give you the most accurate information that we can. That's what we try to do. So, don't forget, you can download our app, our weather app, our news app. You can find all of that information there as well. Every day I write a detailed weather story, so to speak, about what's happening, break down different elements of that. So if you want to read it, watch a video of it, whatever you want to do, plenty of options out there. All right, we're going to cut this thing out. It is now 11:39. We appreciate you checking us out here today. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. See you.